this goes back to what we talked about, separating the instance from the concept, right? Because the
Hmm.
concept of therapy is a good, positive one, but you're not always going to have the best instances with every therapist that you see, right? It just may not be a fit. The person might specialize in something that you actually don't need, right? And
Yeah.
that's got to be okay that you say, okay, listen, this particular situation didn't work. I had, the therapist I had before, this young lady that I have now, I refer everybody to her. I love her. Like, I really just, she's phenomenal. We're at a point now where we're not meeting weekly. Like, if I need to check in, like one of my best friends passed away 2 years ago, I checked in and we met each other for a few weeks. If something major in life shifts, I will meet with her and, she'll help me put things back in perspective
Hmm.
and remind me of who I am actually in the moment. And then eventually I start internalizing the message and remind myself who I am, because it's not to be that you need to latch on to therapy and that needs to be your end all be all the time. It's really just to remind you of what you said earlier. Actually, your voice was reigning supreme this entire time.
Hmm.
But some of the negative messages or some of the negative experiences that you had made you internalize things that people have said to you in your own voice. You have to rule those things out, move them out. Therapy helps you with that. So the concept is strong, but maybe the pairing is not always going to be strong. So I would urge people that they're, who are embarking on that journey, if you have a bad experience, do understand it might just be a bad pairing. It's just like dating, right? We've all
Correct.
dated, right? And you've met that person on the first date, you're like, this ain't it. But then you might meet another one to be like, oh my God, this is everything. And then 3 weeks
Hmm.
later, you're like, okay, this ain't it either, right? But eventually, you find your match, you find your pairing, right? And I think that I encourage folks to stay resilient around the concept and not get too wrapped up in the instance.
I love it. Now, it's funny that you use an analogy. I use it all the time, but on the entrepreneurial side of it, it says, hey, if you're hiring an assistant or you're hiring someone, maybe that first person doesn't work out. I say to a lot of my entrepreneur friends, because they're like, man, I need to go find somebody. Well, go find that person. They was like, man, that person can't do this. Well, you got to go date around, man, until you find that right
Right.
fit, man. So it's funny that you
And,
use
and, and
that.
you're not going to find 100% of what you're looking for, by the way, because it's just like dating.
True.
It's just like dating. Listen, I mean, crazy story, crazy aside. I was dating this girl. She was 5 foot, right? Like I'm with a whole different relationship now. Very happy where I am. But this old relationship, she was 5 foot. I'm 6'2". She had the nerve to tell me that I was too short. And I said, what? What? What do you mean? Right? Like, but I like this, I like this, I like that. Like, I think in dating, in any type of pairing or anything that we look at, we are tempted to check off boxes, right?
Correct.
Tall, successful, black, whatever it is you're looking for,
Yep.
right? You're looking at all of these things. And, I think that if you don't put yourself or task yourself with accomplishing a 100% score on your checklist, or simplifying that checklist to the things that really, truly, truly, truly matter.
Mm.
Does my height matter as much as my heart?
Ooh, come
Right?
on now.
You
You
know what
better
I mean?
stop it, doctor.
We have to ask ourselves, and this is actually one of the questions I'm probably going to pose to the next person. Like, you know, do we actually do a real inventory of what's truly important?
Ooh, yeah.
Right? And so once we realize what's truly important, like I realized that, in my therapeutic journey, I wanted to speak to men first because I felt like these dating issues, da 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 da, that could be, I need to talk to a guy about this.
Yeah.
But when I flipped the script and I said, you know what, I think some of this actually has to do with childhood traumas. And this is actually like, why do I flock to this type of relationship? I used to date women that would straight haze me. And I had women that would, literally die for me. And I couldn't connect. But the
Correct.
ones that would haze me because I had to work for their love, it was so familiar. I realized that was actually a childhood trauma at work. And when I went and I embraced it head on and I got into that journey with this black woman, this black therapist, a lot of things changed up, opened up a lot of doors, helped me understand a lot of things, unpack, process so much. And now all of a sudden, all that weight that we're taught as young men that we have to carry, you can't have feelings, all of a sudden, you walking around with your shoulders a little higher because you got a little weight shaved off of it, right? And you
Yeah.
feel good and you feel
No, that's
efficacious,
facts. No,
right?
that's big time.
Yeah,
Let's shift into it, man. You mentioned a little earlier, just the technology, the AI space. You're truly using AI for healing work,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But for the folks that are listening, thinking, wait, what?
Oh
Break
my,
that down for us, man. What does that look like?
there's so much around the AI space that's happening in mental health care work. I can't discuss some of our projects at the moment. I'm not in a position to do that. My investors would probably kill me. But when it comes down to it, you take a look at how AI can monitor sessions just like this and actually give you feedback, right?
Correct.
When you talk about how clinicians actually learn, the way that they learn right now, they practice on real people under the supervision of a licensed clinician. Imagine a scenario where they can actually practice in AI built environments and not on real people as they hone their skills before they start working with real people, right? Now, if you're going for therapy, let's say you're going for surgery. Do you want your surgeon to be like, oh, it's my first day on the job, I'm still training, but this guy's watching me, we're all good?
Definitely not. 100% not.
You know what I'm saying? Like what? And it's
Am I
like,
coming out alive?
this is 2
Jeez.
seconds before they put the mask on you, you pass out. Like what? You know what I'm saying? Like you're saying all types of Hail Marys and all that. Like no, no, no. Like do you? So how we train clinicians, AI can help with that. How we actually embark on the mental health care journey, AI can help with that, right? AI has this ability to learn at exponential speeds, right? It can learn the individual, whether it's your learning needs, your healing needs, whatever it is. It can actually help almost as a coach
Mm.
in your journey. And so that part I'm comfortable saying because there's other companies out there like Backpack and all the rest of these other companies as well. Shout out to Miss Muhammad, from Backpack. Like they're doing powerful work just around student healing using artificial intelligence, right? And so I think that we're at a very interesting time right now because for guys like me who grew up like computer nerds, you know what I mean, who always wanted to find ways to do this stuff, you got low code platforms or low code coding platforms that will actually handle all your coding for you and not even put you on their platform, but you own the platform. And now you can actually just articulate what it is that you want to see and do through AI, and AI will actually do all your coding and do everything for you. I literally just built an LMS over 2 or 3 episodes of Handmaid's Tales on a
Mhm.
Friday night, just talking to AI at lovable.dev.